I'm Nicole, the designer and maker at House of Akong, and today we're going to be working on a fun little project which will be transforming this second-hand jumper into a tabby. My personal nickname for these is tabbies, but they're also known as dickies or turtleneck bibs, and currently they are trending all over the fashion magazines. This particular tabby I knitted, but it is also possible to create them by upcycling old jumpers or sweatshirts, or by sewing them from scratch. But today I'm going to show you how to create one really simply and easily by upcycling one of your old jumpers. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Now, before we get stuck into our project, we'll just need to take a couple of easy measurements. The first measurement you want to take is from your neck down to the point where you'd like your tabby to end. Typically, this might be 1 centimeter or 2 away from your shoulder point. The next measurement you'll want to take is the neck point, the side neck point here, to where you would like your tabby to end. So take that measurement and use that as a reference. You can always add on a couple of centimeters and then shave them off when you come to do the actual trying on. What you also may find helpful if you are somebody that likes to work with paper patterns is dig out your favorite pattern that has quite a close neckline and use that as the basis for deciding how you want to shape your tabby. You can even draw that outline on your existing pattern and trace it off for future reference. Now with your measurements set, let's go ahead and put your jumper on the cutting mat. I'm going to use my pins to mark out the shape that I want to cut my tabby. I wanted my tabby to be 9 centimeters away from the neckline and 35 centimeters long. I'm now going to mark the position on the other side. Now I'm going to take my rotary cutter and a ruler and I am going to cut the shape, giving myself a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance away from the dimensions that I have pinned onto the jumper. Once you have the general shape of the tabby cut, now would be a good time to put it on, put it over your neck and see how it sits on your shoulders and how you like it for the width and length. At this point you can make any adjustments to the shape as you'd like. In deciding how you're going to add borders to your tabby, you have a range of options here. You could use more of the offcuts by taking some of the rib section from the bottom of the jumper, for example, and attaching it onto the bottom of the tabby as you would in the normal way for a sweatshirt. For the long sides, you could take cut sections from the sleeve and also attach it as you would do a normal rib. You could also experiment with adding other kinds of rib. For example, I've got this rainbow rib here, which might make a nice little border at the bottom or also on the sides. For this particular project, I'm going to keep it nice and simple, and my plan is simply to overlock the edges of the tabby and add a cute little pocket on the front using some offcuts from the jumper. So the first thing I'm going to do is overlock the long edges of the tabby on the left and the right sides. With these long side edges now overlocked, I'm going to go ahead now and overlock the bottom of the front and back as well. Just to add a cute little detail to the front of this tabby, I'm going to take one of the offcuts from the sleeve and create a little pocket. Because of the thickness of this knit, in order to reduce the bulk of stitching the pocket on, I am simply going to overlock the bottom 3 edges and top stitch that down onto the front of the tabby. When stitching this pocket on, just to make sure that I am not stretching the fabric as I go, I have installed my walking foot on the machine and I am also using a ballpoint needle. And there you have it, one super simple and cozy tabby or turtleneck bib to keep your neck, chest and back warm during the cooler months. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, you could look at adding some fringing, some tassels, and embellishing your tabby even further. It makes such a great blank canvas on which to explore. I hope you enjoy that quick and easy refashioning idea. Join me next time. Bye.